This is homework 27, graphing a review. Graph half by using slope-intercept and half by using the x-intercept. So, A, y equals negative x minus 2. So our y-intercept is negative 2, and our slope is negative 1, so we're going down 1, right 1, up 1, left 1. Our line looks something like B, negative x plus 6y equals 24. Well, I could solve it by the intercepts, but I don't want to intercept a 24 or negative 24, so we'll solve this for y. So we'll add x, 6y equals x plus 24, divide by 6, and y equals 1/6 x plus 4. So we've got a y-intercept of 4, and a slope of up 1, right 6, and down 1, left 6, and that's our graph. C, x minus 4y equals 12. Well, if we wanted our x-intercept, we'd say x is 12, so that'll be out here somewhere. And our y-intercept, we'd say negative 4y equals 12. Divide by negative 4, and so our y-intercept is negative 3. So our graph would look something like that. D, three x plus 5y equals 15, so our x-intercept 3x equals 15, divide by 3, x equals 5, oops, right here, and our y-intercept, 5y equals 15, divide by 5, y equals 3, so we've got our line right there. So there's A, B, C, and D. Let's look at E. 3x minus 2y minus 2 equals 0. So let's put this in slope-intercept form. So we'll add 2 to both sides, and we'll subtract 3x from both sides. And we'll get negative 2y equals negative 3x plus 2. We can't combine the 2 and the negative 3. They're not like terms. Don't have the same variable. Divide each term by negative 2. Y equals 3/2 x minus 1. So our y-intercept is negative 1. We'll erase the rest of these here. Y-intercept was negative 1. And what's our slope? Slope is up 3, right 2. So up 3, 1, 2, 3, right 2. Up 3, right 2. We could go down 3 and left 2. Down 3 and left 2. And there's our line. F says 2/3 x plus y equals negative 32. Minus 32 equals 0. So we can solve this for y pretty easily by adding 32 to both sides and subtracting 2/3 x. Subtracting 2/3 x, and we get y equals negative 2/3 x plus 32. So our y-intercept is way up at 32. That's going to be a tough one to graph. and then we're going down 2 over 3 from 32. Ease. So, you'd need to figure out x coordinate. We'll probably come into it. We're going down 2 over 3, so when we finally get down to where we could be able to graph, it's going to be, 5 would be down 20, so we'd need to be around 10 to even view this graph. So I'm going to graph it on a different graph. So we'll do it over here, and we'll say, okay, now right there is 32. That's the point 032. And then from there, we're going to go down 2 and over 3. And down 2 and over 3, and down 2 and over 3, and down 2 and over 3. And keep on going down 2 and over 3. And there's our graph. G 2x plus 3y equals 12. Let's solve this with the intercepts. X-intercept 2x equals 12, so x equals 6. Y-intercept 3y equals 12, so y equals 4. So x-intercept is 6, y-intercept is 4, and draw our line. H, y equals negative 4x. So our y-intercept is 0. And we're going down 4 over 1. Down 4 over 1. Down 4 over 1. Up 4, left 1. Up 4, left 1. And there's our graph. 2 says solve the following equations algebraically and graphically. The number of students A who graduated from Monroe High School between 1990 and 2000 can be modeled by the equation A equals 250t plus 2000, where t is the number of years since 1990. In what year were there 3,250 alumni? So in our equation, we want to say 3,250. When is that going to equal 250t plus 2,000? And we can solve for t. So solving for t, we'd subtract 2,000. And we get 250t equals 1250 divided by 250. And so we get t equals, and that equals 5. So that means after 5 years, we'll be up to 3,250 students. And then graphically, we'd want to graph y equals 250t plus 2,000. So we can say that each one of these is 1,000, so we're up at 2,000, which would be right here. And so if each one of those is 1,000, then 250 is just a quarter of the way to the next number. So up a quarter over 1, which would mean up 1 over 4. So up 1 over 4. Up 1 over 4. So that means we're getting to 4,000, right? In 8 years. And we just wanted to get to 3,250. So here's how you can see that. Right at 4 years would be 3,000, and then 5 years would be another 250. So there's where you get to that 3,250. Would be right here. That's 5, comma 3,250 at that point. B, the number of cassette tapes Y sold at a local music store between 1985 and 2000 can be modeled by the equation Y equals negative 350t plus 6,000, where t is the number of years since 1995. What year did the store sell 1,100 cassettes? So we can figure that out algebraically by substituting in a 1,100. 1,100 equals negative 350t plus 6,000. So subtract 6,000. And negative 350t equals 1,100 minus minus 6,000 is negative 4,900. So then we're dividing by negative 350. So divided by and that's 14. So 14 years from what time? 1985. So that would be what? 1999. Right? So 1999. So here, our equation, y equals negative 350 plus 6,000. Well, plus 6,000 would be, let's say each one of those is 1,000, so plus 6,000 would be right there. And then we're going to go down 350. Well, so that would be down 700 for every 2. That would be down just over 1,000 for every 3, right? Every 3 would be, 1,050. So we're down 1,050 for every 3. So 1, 2, 3, and go just under. It looks something like that. We could find the x-intercept by solving for x. Alright. So that's going to be, how many times is 350 equals 6,000? So divide by 350. 6,000 divided by 350. And that's going to be out here at 17 something. So our x-intercept will be out here at 17 if we continue that on. Exam review. What are the x and y intercepts of 2x plus 6y equals 18? Well, the x-intercept is going to be 2x equals 18, so x equals 9, and the y-intercept would be 6y equals 18, so y-intercept would be 3, so that's the point 9, 0, and 0, 3. B, find the slope of the line that goes through 7, negative 6, and 4, negative 5, or our change in y over our change in x. So our change in y from negative 6 to negative 5 is going up 1, and from 7 to 4 is going down 3. So that's the same as negative 1/3, or down 1 and right 3.